Hello, it's Felix here, and welcome to a new thing we're going to be doing in the MLC this year. This year in the MLC, I'm going to be doing draft projections. First off, we've got the general classification, and with this one, I'm going to be helped by two guys. One named Vasketje from the Netherlands, and one other guy named Hanspaul from Belgium.
Hello.
Hello guys.
I recommend after you watch this video through to go and visit their channels because they also do Pro Cycling Manager. But what about we get this going? In 10th place, we have a guy named Richard Port. What do you guys believe that he's gonna do this year, or how he's gonna do?
He's a great time trialist. I'm serious. He was like in the top 10 in the Tour de France, right? Stage 13.
He was right out of the top 10 in the GC. Yeah, that's what I know.
Yeah. Oh, he did very good also in the climbs. I know he did better than Thomas Gent, and that's a really strong guy, Thomas Gent. And that if you do better than him, then it's pretty good. Right,
but the problem was with the team right there that they were going for two team leaders. They were going for Thomas Gent and Port, and that was their downfall, to be honest, because they were always going for the Gent instead of Port, and Port always fell behind.
That's true.
So.
And one thing about Richie Port, he's kind of difficult to link up because he's only got Christopher Sutton and Matthew Heyman who can get him 100% chemistry. So he's got to get +2 in every stat. He's only got 2 opportunities to get that. And so if you counterpick Richard Port, it's not that difficult. Next on the list, guys, we've got Michele Scarponi from Lamprey. Let's see.
Okay, Scarponi was a great climber, but his team previous in the Tour de France wasn't that great for the climbs, if I can be fair.
Well, Hanspaul got
Sorry,
him last
Scarponi.
season.
Sorry, Scarponi.
Yeah, Hanspaul got him last season. So what's your experience?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I got him 2 times in a row, and first time he did great, as you could see. But the second time I didn't really have a team for him, which was kind of pissy for me. But this time with the chemistry, he can do really good because, well, look at how much Italians there are in that team.
It's pretty much everyone. Like, you can match him up with a sprinter, a mountain guy, a water carrier, everything, a domestique. Like, it doesn't even matter. You're gonna be able to match him up somehow.
Yep.
Next up on the list, we have one of Vasketje's favorite riders. We have Bauke Mollema.
Oh, Bauke Mollema.
What do you have to say about him, Fayas?
I love him, and I think he will do great in the Vuelta because in the Vuelta he's doing most likely very good, and he did very good in the Tour de France, and he's very easy to link up. Sure, like in Belgium, like everyone is Netherlands, so
it's
gonna be
better
pretty easy to get him. Let's do.
It is even better in Lamprey. It is even better than Lamprey at Belgium. Like they have a lot of guys from the Netherlands, so easy to link up, and he gets more mountain than Scarponi ultimately.
And one thing that's good about Bauke Mollema is he's got pretty good time trial compared to the other GC contenders. A guy like Alejandro Valverde, who's next on the list, doesn't have the same time trial as Bauke Mollema, so he's got that advantage on him.
Also, one advantage that Mollema has, he always wants to sprint too.
True
so.
that. But next on the list, guys, is Alejandro Valverde from Movistar. How do you guys think he's going to do in this year's Vuelta?
Pretty good, actually. It's his home race, and in the Tour de France, it was actually 4th in the GC, so he did really good, Finn.
Yeah, he's really good in the climbs and the hills, and he's also easy to link up. And he is a very good attacker, and he's just great in the Vuelta. So
I'd watch out. Like, if you get to the finale on a mountain, let's say he gets to the finale in Angliru with Rodriguez and Froome and whoever's going to be on top of that mountain, he's going to outsprint those guys and win that sprint.
Yes, most certainly. Except if Rodriguez can pull something really nice off. But so it's certainly going to be a sprint between Valverde and Rodriguez.
Definitely. Next guy on the list, guys, we have somebody you didn't really expect. He was 10th, I believe, last year in MLC Tour de France.
Yes.
It's going to be Bradley Wiggins.
Yo, this guy, I think he could have win, or at least be in the top 3. He's an amazing climber, he's an amazing hiller, he can time trial. If you get him +2 everything, what is almost impossible, then you're gonna win.
It's impossible? What are you talking about?
It's actually not impossible.
No, it's not at all.
Why not?
Because you see, he's got Joshua Edmondson, he's got Peter Keenock, Luke Rowe, Ian Stanner, Ben Swift, Dwayne Thomas, and Jonathan Tina and Logue he can match up with. And I doubt that everyone is going to outpick him by picking these crappy riders.
Yeah.
So he's pretty easy to to link up. But the thing is, I believe that people should ban Bradley Wiggins because he's like a hidden OP. If you take a look at his mountain, his hill, his time trial, he can be really strong if you get him linked up 100%.
It's most certainly.
But Vice, you had him last year in MLC Tour de France. How did you feel like having him on your team? Are you disappointed? Were you happy about his stuff?
If I need to be fair, I was kind of disappointed in the time trials. I expected more from him. But in the mountains, I didn't really see a lot from him. Samuel Sanchez was more of a leader in my team, for my feeling, because he was third in the stage. He went over the line with Froome and Contador. So I think that Samuel Sanchez did better than Wiggins. So maybe it's gonna change in the Vuelta.
Next on the list, guys, we've got used to be one of my favorite riders. He's now almost leaving Saxo Bank Tinkoff to go to the new Euskaltel team. His name is Alberto Contador.
Certainly a big contender. He won the Tour de France last season, and he got 2 victories also there, and it's also now in his home ground, so it certainly favors him.
The reason though he's only 5th and not higher up, like into top 3, is because he's only got 2 opportunities to get a linked 100%, and Jesus Hernandez and Benjamin Noel aren't pretty, like, I don't think they're worth going for, so I'd go for a different GC contender than Alberto Contador. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that people are going very fast for Alberto Contador. I'm sure he will be picked first, but it is really hard to link him up to another guy from his team in. Saxo Bank has almost no Spanish guys, so it's gonna be pretty hard to get him +2.
Yeah, there are 2 options that you can do when you pick Contador, or you just leave him like that and try to do good with him, but he's gonna have a big disadvantage.
True.
Or you just sacrifice your team and pick one of these pretty bad riders, which most likely can't do shit.
Next on the list, guys, we've got a guy who's been doing really good in the Vuelta to España for the last couple of years. He is also a Spaniard himself. It's Joaquim Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's a great climber, of course. He can great acceleration. He is probably gonna go for the top 3. And the white jersey, of course. You can get extra points with that.
White jersey? Are you kidding me? He's 33 years old, bias.
What?
Joaquim Rodriguez.
Oh, we're talking about Rodriguez. I was thinking about Quintana.
No. We're talking about Rodriguez. Well, that's a spoiler for the next panel. But we mentioned Rodriguez before when talking about Valverde, and there's a reason. These 2 guys are almost identical, except for the fact they're on 2 different teams. But Rodriguez is not that difficult to match up or to link up either, because you got 4 choices to link him up with, and one of them are Daniel Moreno. He's not on this list as a GC contender, but watch out, because those 2 together could be serious GC contenders together.
The only problem with Rodriguez that you will have is the time trial issue. You can +2 him on everything, but he's still not coming above 70, so you really need a team to back him up with a team time trial, for example.
Through that. Next up on the list, we have the guy the Fast already kind of gave away, which is Nairo Quintana. Oh, wrong guy, pressed on. There he is. Nairo Quintana.
In the Tour de France, I think he didn't do that good, if I can be fair. I didn't see him in the top 10 of a GC, actually.
No, but he got the white jersey, that's
yeah, that's at least something, but he didn't really finish in the top 3, I think. Any stage?
No, he was not in that top.
He did decent for the white jersey, but he wasn't a GC contender at all.
The reason that we put him this high is because he's got the red jersey / white jersey combination. He can get a lot of points in both of those classifications. He's kind of difficult to link up, but that kind of evens out with him being in the white jersey classification and in the red jersey classification. So watch out for that. Next up on the list, we have the guy who won the Giro d'Italia, or at least the Giro d'Italia time trial and the Tour de France time trial. Yes, it's Vincenzo Nibali. I could not say that. That's a tongue twister. Vincenzo Nibali. What do you guys think of that?
He's always a guy where you have to watch out for. He's most of the time doing good. Like in the Tour, he got 5th in the GC. And he's also really consistent in getting some good podium positions, and his downhilling is just extraordinary.
And I think Vincenzo Nibali is tired of Colombians on his team, because both his lieutenants, which are both Colombians and now in Betancourt, abandoned within the first week of the Tour de France. So I believe that if Vincenzo Nibali gets the right team, he can definitely do good.
Oh yeah.
Next up, and the final guy on the list, I think you all know this. It's the guy who almost came back and won the Tour de France. It's Christopher Froome.
Oh, he has the highest mountain stats. Of course, he has a great time trial, but he is gonna get banned from the last three guys.
Yes.
But if he's not getting banned, it's a big chance of him winning the GC. And in this, yeah.
Oh, if you
can-
don't ban Chris Froome, you are mentally retarded. Because this guy would dominate everything. He had the red jersey, the green jersey, the white jersey. I mean, he's not even in the white jersey classification, but he's cheated his way in there. He'd take the team classification, no matter. Like, he's just gonna carry the team classification. I mean, watch out for Christopher Froome. He's just that strong. So, guys, on a finishing note, is there anything you want to say in this GC? Is there any riders that we haven't mentioned which you gotta keep an eye out for?
I would say Vandenbroek is always a possibility. Yeah, of course. You can link him up really easily too, and he's pretty decent in all the stats. He can get to 80 mountain if you link him up good. And you can get the team for him. So
the reason for him not being in this top 10 is because he's got so low time trial skills, and he's got kind of low mountain and hill skills compared to the other guys in the top 10. But he's easy to link up. That's one of his benefits. So if I'd make a top 15, he'd be on the 11th spot. Like, he's right outside, knocking the door, trying to get in. Would you have one guy left you want to mention, Fias?
I think if I can be fair, that Mollema is gonna be very impact.
You think that
And
Mollema
Betancourt should be baby in that list.
I
think-
don't believe that Betancourt is going to be on there. That's my opinion, because you can't link him up 100%, and linking a rider 100% is very, very crucial. So that takes away some of his points.
I would maybe say still that Van Garderen is a really big contender. Sort of. You can link him up to guys with like Taylor Phinney. And when you do that, you get a guy with 79 mountain, 79 hill, and 80 time trials. So
Plus,
that
he's
can-
under 25 years of age, so we can go for that white jersey and red jersey combination as we talked about with Quintana.
yes.
But about him being under 80 in the mountain is really gonna matter, cause we really don't see guys under 80 in mountain and hill do good in the GC. We see them winning stages all the time, but we don't see them getting consistently top 3 or top 5 on stages. So,
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
so guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this draft projections. There are going to come many of these, and I just want to say thank you to Handsball and Fastest to help me with these. So please go and watch their channels and see what they do, because they're also amazing commentators and pro cycling managers. They rock. Thank you guys for watching. If you have anything you want to say it now.
Goodbye, guys,
See you later.
and enjoy MLC.